Zenless's 2.7 livestream is one of the most lore-packed streams that we've ever seen, and with this today I'll be going over everything you missed, including the kits of Nangong Yu, Cissia, tons of characters who were teased, the return of a few original Void Hunters, including the Alicia-looking / inspired individual, also known as the leader of the Falkenhayn mercenary troop, and so much more. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. The version 2.7 livestream opened with the hosts meeting Mr. Z in the Outer Ring, where the main focus of the update was introduced. It's the Hollow Champion competition, and this is an event being hosted by Tops. As the segment begins, several familiar faces returned and the Angels of Delusion appeared in their VTuber forms, joining the show before the stream transitioned into more of a Q&A session for Nangong Yu. Shortly after, we're shown a brief snippet of Nangong Yu's EP, followed by a look at her in-game outfit. The presentation is then interrupted by Officer Cissia, who enters the program and helps introduce the first trailer for the Hollow Champion event and the version as a whole. The trailer showcased multiple characters including Billy and Promia, alongside glimpses of several new agents. One of the highlights though is Nangong Yu's gameplay, where she's shown fighting with dual flails, and Cissia is also shown in combat, revealing that she uses a lightning spear / whip style weapon. Several other characters also appear in quick flashes, including a blonde-haired girl, a white-haired character, and another pink-haired character too. Promia was also suggested and shown to be more of an ice-based DPS, and a new wolf character was also revealed. Towards the end of the segment though, it looked as though Belle's eyes began to glow, hinting at a larger or bigger story implication, but the ending signaled towards some sort of detail about Sunbringer or the sun or some sort of uncontrollable feeling. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, the Hollow Champion competition as a whole is positioned as a centerpiece of version 2.7, and the winner of the tournament is awarded a special Hollow W engine, though I'm not entirely sure if this is actually something that you'll obtain, as we are getting another A rank W engine from another event in 2.7. We then move to Nangong Yu in her kit overview, and as you've probably seen on Twitter or through other social media, she's been revealed to be an S rank Ether Stun agent. Her kit revolves around a mechanic called downbeats, which she can automatically recover over time or generate through her allies. But next we were told that her EX special can be directly followed with a charged attack, and this will allow her to continue her combos, while her ultimate will unleash a rapid flurry of attacks that also grant Ether Veil to the team. Nangong's kit also synergizes very well with anomaly mechanics, and when enemies specifically become stunned or whenever anyone inflicts anomaly, her vibrato stacks are consumed to then trigger a bloom. This interaction also allows her to trigger polarity disorder effects in certain cases, but in practice her gameplay revolves around consuming downbeats to stun enemies, and she then passes the spotlight to her teammates, allowing them to deal high damage. Cissia was then introduced as an S-rank Ether attack agent, and her gameplay is pretty straightforward. Her gameplay revolves around a resource known as Venom, and when she enters the battlefield, she immediately gains 3 of these points, which are then automatically consumed to increase her crit rate. Her EX special also grants Venom, and players can hold down the EX special to spend additional energy to recover even more Venom. Both her ultimate and chain also restore Venom points, but on top of all this, her basic attacks can also consume extra Venom, increasing her overall DPS. Because of this mechanic though, she can function either as a primary or a secondary DPS from what we've seen, alongside another main damage dealer. We then move to banners, and the first half banner will feature Nangong, with Yidhari returning alongside her. Afterwards, the second half banner features Cissia, with Seed returning as the rerun character. The stream also highlighted their dynamic wallpapers, and honestly, they looked pretty cool, but as a reminder, collecting all Angel of Delusion characters will unlock an exclusive wallpaper, and this reward, of course, can still be obtained later through reruns or future banners. On top of this though, we were then given the typical 10 free pulls and Boopon pulls, and the livestream then paused to provide the redeem code of Miss Hiss. Moving to events, there are actually quite a few for the patch that look pretty cool. The first is a hotpot cooking event where players create the perfect soup base and fish out certain materials, and honestly, though it isn't super complicated, the gameplay does resemble a Cooking Mama style minigame, and completing it rewards players with a free A rank W engine. Another new event features 2-person combat teams, which is pretty unusual, but then we saw a Men in Black inspired event too, with Promia appearing in that event as well. There was also a Bang Boo repair puzzle event where players complete a puzzle to repair the Bang Boo units, and completing this event will reward a special name card. Next, we had system updates, and the magazine event review feature was returning, with HIA Battle Trial also receiving an update, allowing players to challenge new enemies. On top of this though, there will also be exclusive scoring bonuses for recently released characters in these trials, but meanwhile, Shiyu Defense and Deadly Assault will also be updated again, with Shiyu Defense also technically getting an update, as it will now display a rank after completing the 5th floor. Zenless then introduced 2 new disk drive sets, and the first is Bunny in Wonderland. The 2-piece effect gives you 10% HP, and the 4-piece effect reads that when the equipper is a defense agent, launching an EX special attack, or whenever any squad member triggers a defensive assist or evasive assist, all squad members' damage will increase by 6%, stacking up to 3 times. times. Each stack lasts 25 seconds, and stacks decay one at a time. But in case you aren't as excited for this set as I am, this is the first time defense characters have actually gotten something pretty decent for themselves, so I'm extremely excited for this set. Next, we have an ice damage set with the 2-piece effect giving 10% ice damage, and the 4-piece set reads, when the equipper triggers a bloom, their anomaly proficiency increases by 48 for 30 seconds. To add to this, when the equipper triggers freeze, their anomaly damage and disorder damage will increase by 16% for 30 seconds, and this to me looks interesting as it suggests that the new Premia character may be anomaly and ice, or this may just be another really good set for Miyabi, who has been able to build anomaly in certain cases. Next, they've consolidated name cards, and players can now choose which specific form of a title they want to display, and additionally, pre-orders for Zenless on Xbox and PlayStation 5 are now available with exclusive rewards included. The livestream concluded with a new encrypted animated trailer though, and this was a huge lore drop. The story introduced the leaders of Tops, who appeared to be extremely powerful characters operating behind the scenes, and we were then reintroduced to Yokai, who is one of the less friendly AIs that actually exist in Zenless zzzero. The trailer also hinted at new bosses, characters like Ravenlock and the creator are being teased, and the Void Hunters, including Ye Guang and Miyabi, begin to see their weapons reacting unusually, suggesting that a huge plot point is coming soon. The trailer also reminds everyone that Krampus and Tops again sit at the top of the power structure, but at the end of all this, we saw the reveal of a pink-haired woman, possibly suggesting the return of the original Void Hunter that we mentioned earlier on. Finally though, the leaders of Tops also mentioned that they intend to take advantage of Helios Academy, and by extension Bell and Wise, setting the stage for possibly 3.0, who knows. That's everything you need to know about Zenless's 2.7 livestream though. Guys, this was a huge amount of lore drops, and honestly a lot of cool stuff was being teased, so I for one am extremely excited to see what Zenless has cooking next. Thanks again for watching, I'll see you all in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, good night.